Alright. 8.8 swap into a G-body. We used a trick chassis 8.8 swap kit. I think it's like $650 or something like that. And it comes with a double adjustable upper and lower control arm. As you can see, double adjustable uppers and the lowers. And it also comes with the instant center bracket. So you just put your stock bolt in right there, and then it gives you all these different bolt holes to change your instant center. Change your instant center. He's on a radial, so you kind of want a downward angle on your upper bar to help the car separate some. That's how you see the brackets are done. Pretty simple and easy. He did a QA1s, single adjustable rear shocks, the trick chassis anti-roll bar. I mean, if you ain't trying to drag race all the time, you don't need that, but his application is going to be pretty much drag. So this is a foxbody 8.8. This cover is on eBay for like $100, if that much. It was pretty cheap. And we did the disc brakes off of a 1995 Mustang. So I went to the junkyard, got the disc brake set up off a 1995 Mustang. So as you can see, it's pretty simple. This rear end does have C-clip eliminators. I mean, if you're on a really tight budget, you could just get a stock 8.8 with just stock axles and stock gears and everything, and stock limited slip unit, which we went pretty fast. We've been in the 550 range on a stock axles, stock everything. Never even had the rear cover off on one of our Mustangs. But the car hasn't been drove yet, so this is the way I've done the brakes. I used the SN95 the disc brake what holds the caliper on, the brake caliper bracket. And what you do is, because factory they bolt in front of the flange with C-clip eliminators, they need a bolt to the back side of the flange. So what I did was I cut it here and here and slid it over the axle and bolted it to the back side. And luckily the brackets that I got had these little this is only set SN95s that I've seen like this, with a caliper bracket has this little thing right there, the little spacer. If it doesn't have that and it's just a flat thing, you just get like 2 or 3 washers and you put them between the caliper and this bracket and space the caliper out to compensate for this caliper being behind the housing here. But on this specific build, he done 35 spline axles, strange axles, and we used a factory Ford foxbody bolt pattern, so we didn't have to try to find the Chevrolet stuff or nothing like that. It was pretty simple. He was buying the wheels and everything right then anyway, so he hadn't bought wheels yet. So we bought the foxbody rear wheels, bolt pattern rear wheels, and we're going to use those, which we have them here. They're 15 by 8 with 4.5 inches of back spacing, and they fit really nice under here. But he went with the 5/8 studs on his axles, and I just drilled the rotor for 5/8, and I took and drilled Jegs wheels here for 5/8 stud. But with these wheels, to run a 5/8 stud, you got to run these lug nuts instead of usually with a 5/8 stud you got a lug nut with a spacer and stuff. But we had to run these, and they work. So I ended up having to cut the end off to make them go all the way down because those studs are kind of long. But as far as like the brake lines, you can buy this adapter here from Summit, and it's actually, I just typed in brake fitting to 3AN adapter, and this popped up, and that's what I ordered. And these are just, this is a 3AN nitrous line, which it works fine. This is what I have on my race car, my personal car. And so I ordered that, and I ordered that's a 1/8 inch MPT over there back to a 3AN fitting, 1/8 inch MPT side to a 3AN fitting. There you go, if you can see it. This piece, as you can see, it's pretty simple. Now the trick chassis stuff, it comes with the thing here for your spring to sit in. I just welded it up, set it in there, welded it up, and I mean this swap could be done for less than $1,000. Granted, he decided to upgrade to the better axles and spool and stuff like that, C-clip eliminators. Like I said, it can be done. You know, just get you a factory foxbody rear end. Like I just sold one for $300, so, and get the trick chassis install kit, and it makes life a lot simpler. I've done cars where I try to build rear control arms and you know, brackets and stuff, and sometimes it's just a lot easier to just buy something for $650 and save yourself a lot of heartache instead of trying to fab a bunch of stuff up. But this car actually has a fuel cell in the back. You can see it's got a 20-gallon fuel cell. I had to put it on stilts there to make it fit, because it's so big it wouldn't fit down in between the hump and the back right there. So I built little stilts and put it like that. Although this is just a Monte Carlo with a Turbo 400 with a brake. It's got the Holley Terminator, as you can see it down there. It's got a SBE, a stop bottom end, 5.3 with an on-3 VS, yeah, this is the on-3. No, this is a VS Racing 88. Sorry, I got a few different cars around here we're messing with. And which, if you're planning on buying a G-body on-3 swap, or yeah, G-body on-3 turbo kit, I prefer pay somebody that extra little bit of money to fab you up a kit, because this kit fits like shit. We had to modify just about everything on it to make it fit. It ran into everything hit, and it was just a nightmare trying to make it work. But yeah, I done a lot of research trying to figure out how to do the 8.8 into this thing, and I didn't really find much on what we needed to do, what I needed, you know, as far as backspacing on the wheels and stuff like that. So I just figured I'd share what the easiest, quickest way is. And I knew how to make the disc brake stuff work with the, you know, from swapping the stuff around on the Mustangs. I had a bunch of Mustangs, so it was pretty simple, easy swap. So just figured I'd show. I had a few people asking me how I'd done it, so this is how I done it.